Welcome back, man, to another edition of Rebuke All Devils Radio. Today's guest on the show is Paul Wall, the Houston rapper. Check this out. Paul Wall confesses his biological father was a serial child molester. He did horrible things. Shout out to the A Showbiz team for bringing us this story. Paul Wall has made a major confession about his biological father. In a new interview, the People's Champ, artist divulged that his dad was a serial child molester who did horrible things. The 40-year-old made the revelation when appearing on the FAQ podcast, explaining that his dad left him when he was only 5 or 6 years old, the MC added. I never knew what happened other than my mom would always have me and my sister paranoid that we were about to get kidnapped. But then, later on in life, I asked my mom one day, whatever happened? Whatever happened to him? That's when I found out horrible things, the hip-hop star continued. Man, I can't believe this stuff. My biological father? He was a child molester? A serial child molester? Paul went on to unveil more disturbing stuff that his father did. He ended up kidnapping a girl. He started a relationship with her when she was 12 years old, 13 years old. Then, when she became 14 or 15, he married her and they went to Canada, and that's the last time I seen him, he said. Paul was not the only rapper who had an awful past. When speaking on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson's podcast in July 2021, Kevin Gates admitted that he had been sexually abused as a child and he used music for an escape. I never said this in no interview or no podcast or anything like that. I grew up real violent and real aggressive. Not because I wanted to be, but I was molested as a child, Kevin divulged. So I had this fear of being vulnerable. I took every kind of martial arts you could take. I even boxed. I did everything. I wanted to be the toughest person on earth. But writing and making music was always an escape for me, the rapper went on elaborating. I never had the nuts to come out and say that. This is my first time saying this today. And I tell y'all, man, that's, hats off to those gentlemen, man, for being man enough to share those terrible and tragic times in their life, man, and both of these stories are sad, man, and I just pray that the Most High can work with them and give them that healing, man, and maybe a lot of other people can learn from these things, and shout out to Paul Wall's mom for taking care of her children and protecting them, you know what I mean, and his father will have to pay for the horrible things that he done, and you're right, Paul. Those were horrible things. And I'm glad that you didn't, turn out to be like your pops, man. That's a good thing. And shout out to Kevin Gates for overcoming, that molestation he went through. That's terrible, for victims of molestation, But with that being said, man, drop your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click on that notification bell. And, man, I'll catch you on the next episode. Stay safe and protect your kids. Shalom.